Three families woke up this morning to a world without a loved one. And that can never be outdone.
Right now at 5 on WHAS11 News, a community mourning in the aftermath of the nation's 112th school shooting of the year. The latest we know about the suspect and her possible motives behind shooting students and teachers in Madison, Wisconsin.
Also right here tonight, happening today, plans are officially in the works to help repay the millions of dollars he owes the state of Indiana. The items that are and aren't set to be auctioned off that once belonged to the former Clark County Sheriff Jamie Knoll, now in prison.
We also see how Louisville's multi-million-dollar solution to homelessness is helping families before it's even finished. WHAS 11 News at 5 starts now.
But first, we've got some breaking news to tell you about here at 5. A man has been shot at the Shorty's Food Mart and gas station in West Louisville. That's in the area of 17th and West Broadway. Police tell us the man is expected to survive. Detectives are still trying to determine what led to that gunfire, but believe they have a person of interest in the area. Right now, police are asking you to avoid that area while they investigate. Anyone with information that could help is encouraged to call the anonymous tip line. That number, 574 LMPD.
Some have asked if people were specifically targeted. Everyone was targeted in this incident, and everyone was put in equal danger.
The new information there today, the Madison, Wisconsin police chief just a few hours ago, and this brand new update. More than 24 hours after a young student fired her weapon inside the Abundant Life Christian School, police say 15-year-old Natalie Rupnow, who went by the name of Samantha, shot and killed a student and teacher yesterday morning and then killed herself. Police say the suspect also shot 6 other people before taking her own life. We begin with this tonight at 5. Hello, everybody. I'm Doug Proffitt.
And I'm Connie Leonard. 2 of the 6 injured are students currently with life-threatening injuries. ABC's Jacqueline Lee reports from Madison, where police and the community continue their search for answers.
A memorial of flowers and candles honoring the victims of the shooting at Abundant Life Christian School. A teacher and a student were killed Monday when police say a 15-year-old girl opened fire with a handgun in a classroom during study hall. Neighbors say this photo, posted on social media in 2023, shows the suspect, police identified as Natalie Rupnow, who went by Samantha. Police say she died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound.
It appears that the motive was a combination of factors. Again, we cannot share that information at this time because we do not want to jeopardize the investigation.
Investigators are looking into social media accounts believed to be the shooters, showing signs of a gravitation towards potential neo-Nazi violence and engagement in forums venerating mass shooters.
There are always signs of a school shooting before it occurred. Some of you have reached out about Rupnow's social media activity prior to yesterday's shooting. We're looking into her online activity.
They searched her home and are now talking to her parents. The second grader says she was changing her shoes when the gunfire started and had to leave them behind.
I just heard sodding and there was a teacher and she was screaming like, "Ah, my leg, help!"
Bus driver Megan Mojica's son survived a shooting at a school in Waukesha in 2019. She and her co-workers came to the school to pay their respects, saying the trauma will be with this community for a long time.
It brought back all the memories from that day, and I wanted to definitely show our support for our own community here.
Jacqueline Lee, ABC News, Madison, Wisconsin.
Madison's police chief tells ABC News the suspected shooter's parents are cooperating with the investigation.
Right here on News Today, Indiana prosecutors today talking about their plan to turn over all of the property once owned by Jamie Knoll, turn it into money to pay his restitution.
Knoll has to pay $3.1 million. Reporter Travis Breeze and chief photojournalist Philip Merle tell us how the state is trying to get the most out of these assets.
State prosecutors turned in this 12-page document today going over all the different assets that were seized during the Jamie Knoll investigation, and now the race is really on to turn all of this into money to pay his restitution. 35 cars, fine men's clothing, Rolex watches, Milwaukee power tools. These are some of the items Jamie Knoll and his family bought with stolen fire department funds or illegally transferred out of the sheriff's office. Now, as Noel sits at the Newcastle Correctional Complex for at least 9 years, the state is trying to pay off his restitution. Judge Larry Medlock appointed auctioneer Terry Morgan to lead the liquidation. Morgan said some of the classic cars need to be repaired before they can be sold, and spring is a better time to sell classic cars. They're also hoping to get a lot out of the nearly 100 guns Noel had.
It looks like there are a total number of 84 firearms.
So it's 84 different items on the list. There's actually 83 firearms. Number 83 on that list is a blue nylon bag containing a suppressor.
Notably, not on the 12-page document were any of the Noel family houses that are currently for sale. Those are only being liquidated in the civil cases for now because they were not seized as evidence. Noel's former friend John Miller was also in court Tuesday on his conflict of interest charge. Miller's trial will be held in Clark County, but the jury will be brought in from Gibson County. In Salem, Indiana, with Chief Photojournalist Philip Merle, Travis Breeze, WHAS 11 on your side.
Well, the auctioneer Terry Morgan says he is trying to sell Noel's guns at an annual auction January 1st in Clayton, Indiana. The classic cars, he believes, will sell better if they wait until the 1st of April.
A man is expected to survive after being shot while driving on the outer loop this morning. LMPD says it happened around 11 o'clock when the victim was driving northbound on I-65 from the outer loop. And at this time, police say they don't know if the shooter and victim knew each other, but just before the shooting, officers believe the victim was involved in a crash on the outer loop before driving on the highway. LMPD detectives are investigating.
We are heading closer to the winter solstice, and you know, folks, what that means. It means the clocks are going to start getting a little bit later, a little bit more light, minute by minute.
I like that. I like that. I like the sunshine today. We had lots of Christmas shoppers out there, Ben, so it was good for all of us.
Got to get through the longest night of the year, of course, on the solstice on the 21st, this Saturday. And as winter begins, it is going to trend colder, as you might suspect, this weekend with upper 30s out there now. It feels just fine. 56 and 54 are current temperatures at the airports after a high of 59 degrees today, about 12 above average. Nice to see that sunshine, that rare December sunshine, especially here in mid to late December. But the cloud's going to return in a hurry late tonight, and the rain is back overnight and tomorrow morning, so plan on a wet Wednesday morning commute. That'll be our next weather impact alert time period tomorrow morning. Right now around 55 to 60 degrees in most locations, so it is going to stay a nice and dry evening for all of us. So there you see that clearing that we've had for today. Clouds out to the west, and as we look ahead with Futurecast, notice it's going to be quiet this evening, 40s after sunset, but here comes that rain after midnight, and it looks pretty soggy for many of us out the door tomorrow morning. Maybe a few rumbles of thunder as well, and then trending drier by tomorrow afternoon. So a short period of some wet weather on the way. Low tonight 43 with that rain moving in, 45 at noon tomorrow, and that high up to 48 degrees. Again, after tomorrow morning's rain, trending drier for the rest of the week, but also colder as well. We'll look at those chillier changes coming up in our Weather Impact Team forecast.
The shelter is going to have its own beautiful playground so that the kids feel safe and they can be in that area. And then here in this whole area will be affordable housing, and we're going to have 80 units of affordable housing, which is a desperate need in the city.
Louisville's community care campus still needs years of work before it's fully open. Meanwhile, 6 families are staying in the old guest house there, with more families moving in next month.
Ian Hardwood and our photojournalist Jessica Farley are hearing how one family's stay has put them on a path to escaping homelessness.
They let us do all of our own stuff here.
Ashley Warren just started her stay at the community care campus. Her 4 kids decorated the door. They're one of 6 families living here, saved from living on the street.
When I came here, I didn't have a birth certificate, social security card. I had nothing.
The Volunteers of America staff helped get those documents from her home state of Michigan. There, Warren lived in a shelter for people escaping domestic abuse. Last year, she followed her mom to Kentucky with about $1,600 saved up. The money went fast. Hotel stays cost nearly $500 a week. That forced her into a Louisville shelter with maggots in the showers, she said. But her first shower at the care campus was much different.
I was just letting the water just run on me, and I was just in there just bawling my eyes out. I was so grateful being able to wash. We don't have to ask, we don't have to worry here. You know what I'm saying? Like that worry that I had, like how I'm gonna watch the kids clothes for school.
With those worries gone, she noticed her relationship with her oldest daughter improve dramatically. The 16-year-old student now making it to the morning pot of coffee before her mom.
I'm like, what? Like, you want to get up earlier?
Housing Services Director Tamara Reef looks ahead to the campus's expansion, providing more stable living situations.
Is this a turning point for homelessness in Louisville?
I mean, I think it could be really a model sort of way of doing things where you've got sort of this corridor of services all concentrated in one area. There's several of us here. We all do things differently, but we do them how we do them best.
In a month, 6 to 7 more family units are opening upstairs.
And here at the edge of the campus, 29 more units will be available for families just like Warren by the end of next summer,
giving almost 50 families hope that this shelter stop could be their last. In Louisville, Ian Hardwick, WHAS 11, on your side.
So that sign says guest house. That was a former hotel there in the Smoketown neighborhood, that historic building. How long can she stay there, and what was that hotel now? It's been transformed.
They say they can stay there as long as they need to, but they have already had people move out even within the month that this care campus has been open, although it's still under construction. It won't be finished until late 2027, maybe even 2028.
Wow. It's nice that they were able to help her get all those vital documents, because that would take somebody a long time to try and get that, especially if you're homeless.
She said that no other place was able to get it done until she went there. And this is sort of one of those things that Volunteers of America is pointing out, that having all those services one place in addition to stable housing is really what's going to get people out of that hole of homelessness.
Makes sense.
All right. Thank you very much,
Thanks,
Ian. And also here tonight. Cheers underway as work is officially now starting on the new Walnut Street Park. This is in the Russell neighborhood of West Louisville. The more than 5-acre park is going to sit at South 13th and Muhammad Ali Boulevard, a site that used to be the old Porter Paints factory. Well, when finished, one major feature the park will have is a major turf sports field. And those who spoke at the groundbreaking today say this park and the field will serve as a staple to the community in the West End.
Today, as we break ground, this is not just building a park, we're laying a foundation for community pride, lifelong memories, and opportunities that will impact generations to come.
The new park is made possible through American Rescue Plan money, as well as a $250,000 donation from the National Football League Foundation and the Cincinnati Bengals. The sports field is set to be finished next fall.